A former senator representing Kaduna Central Senatorial District in the 8th National Assembly, Shehu Sani, has said the recent visits by some prominent northern politicians to ex-President Muhammadu Buhari in Daura, Katsina State, were all plots to unseat President Bola Tinubu in 2027. Report has it that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who was also the People's Democratic Party candidate in the 2023 presidential election, as well as the former Kaduna State Governor Nasser El-Rufai, among others, recently paid a Salah homage to the former president in his hometown, Daura. According to Shehu Sani, the prominent northerners want to resurrect the Buhari political charms and fanaticism and mobilize the gullible to another hollow and bewildering end. Sani said, the recent visits by some prominent northern politicians to Daura appears to be the usual aid homage, but looking deeper and beyond the facade, it's surreptitiously a new attempt to build a strong northern alliance using ex-President Buhari as a rallying point to challenge and evict President Tinubu's government in 2027. It's a regrouping of northern political forces for the next general election, a project that will eventually kiss the dust. They want to resurrect Buhari's political charm and fanaticism and mobilize the gullible to another hollow and bewildering end. They want to stock up and light up the Arewa sentiment without considering the inferno it would eventually generate. A southerner is in power just for 1 year. It's too early for the desperate and power-hungry northern elites to start plotting. The South never did that to Buhari. Their intended action has the capacity of ruining the democratic process and wrecking the fragile unity of the country when the South is awakened to this reality. He continued by saying their obsession with power is condemnable. Opposition to Tinubu from the point of policies, promises and programs of his administration is a democratic right of any Nigerian. People have the right to speak and criticize the government, but attempts to whip up northern sentiments to achieve their political ends is a dangerous political experiment and expedition at this material time. Mr. Gotibu, very quickly, what is your take on this? Strong words by Shehu Sani and strong allegation as well.
Choma, Shehu Sani has said it all. If we have such people that speak through to power and are not biased, people that are upright and are sensible to the realities on ground, Nigeria will not be where we are today. And that's why you can't find his likes in the corridors of power. You saw what happened immediately. He was just a one-term senator in Kaduna State. And the DSM RFI plotted to unseat him with the person who is the governor now, Obasani, who is now also his godson that has also having a problem with him. Has fallen out with him because you know that something that happens in this life is when you are a friend with somebody and you have a third party who is now in the middle of that friendship, when the person is no longer there for you to gossip, the friendship will collapse. So going by what Shehu Sani have said, you find out that it is the truth. But the rhetorical question I want to ask, who in Nigeria is by the name Muhammadu Buhari? Who in Nigeria is alarmed by the name Muhammadu Buhari? Because Muhammadu Buhari's administration neither favored the North nor favored the South, because the South, in their wisdom, allowed Buhari to see out his 8-year tenure. It wasn't that Buhari was doing so well, but they allowed it because that is what the North wanted. And coming to this now, you now find out that the court followership of Buhari even diminished before he even left office, Choma. You also find out that the people like Atiku who went to that particular place to go and pay homage to Buhari as they claim, that claim is not cannot be substantiated. I will rather not concede that why they went there was to pay an Eid homage. There is an undertone which have been uncovered by so many Nigerians, not only Shehu Sani, because you find out that the likes of Atiku has made some statements. He has had meeting with Peter Obi and saying that he will support a Southerner presidency come say 2027, because what he is saying is in the realm of 2027, when the Southerners have not completed their 8-year mandatory tenure, according to how it is being rotated among the North and South in Nigeria. So why this agitation? Why this quick trying to pull the rocks off? The economy is bad, we agree. The Bola Tinubu administration, in the character of APC, has also blamed the Muhammadu Buhari's administration for the woes, for the economic woes, forgetting that they are coming from the same political ideology. So now, if they have started, raising an unnecessary alarm, we saw nepotism play out during Muhammadu Buhari's administration. We saw the insecurity metamorphosed. We are only battling with Boko Haram then, and now the Boko Haram insurgency has metamorphosed into different segments. You saw the time it took Buhari to pronounce Boko Haram as a terrorist group. Even the Mieti Allah, is it the Mieti Allah, whom the international body, is said that is the 4th most dangerous militia group in the world. Nigeria found it difficult to proscribe them. So this is what we saw during Muhammadu Buhari's administration. And Bola Tinubu, I'm not giving credit to him because he should have hit the ground running, because he said that to be the president of Nigeria has been his long-term ambition. But he has failed to get the economy back on track. And Northerners are not patient with suffering. It was on this program that I posited that it is now they have come to terms with what the Southerners have been suffering all these years, and they are raising alarm. It is not only the Northerners that are suffering the economic hardship, because that is what Peter Obi asked them, that if you knew where bread is bought at a cheaper rate, where they will ask you if you're a Muslim or you're from the north before they sell the bread at a cheaper rate or rice at a cheaper rate, tell me, let me go there. But if we are buying it from the same market, you have to guide your vote jealously and think twice before you cast that vote for whomever. And that scenario is playing out. So if Atiku, who has in one breath said I will support Obi, or I will support another candidate, maybe not Tinubu, to complete the tenure of the north, and is now playing the backstabber, you will not take away why he's in loggerheads with Nyesom Wike. Because a politician that will tell you something in the morning, in another breath he has changed. And also, what has made the air of fire now, who stood behind Bola Tinubu to his ascendancy into throne, trying to backstab him? Is it because he did not get a ministerial appointment? Ministerial appointment, is it the only way you can contribute your quota towards the well-being of Nigeria? Or must you be a president before you could make an in-route in Nigeria? These are the questions that we should place on the table. I ask these people, this particular meeting and this particular ganging up, is it for the betterment of Nigeria, or is the same APC mantra of, grabbing the vote, grabbing the power and running away with it? And we are still running, this is where we are. So if anybody who is coming towards an alliance and that is not in the interest of lifting Nigeria from where we are now, for the betterment of you remember, one of the, I think LSOT said that politicians has enjoyed enough. Now it is a turn for the citizens to have what is called the dividends of democracy, in the true sense of it. When we saw people gather prior to 2015, to form a mega party, and we thought that it is Uhuru for Nigeria. PDP was ousted, and APC is here. And Choma, can you tell me that in 9 years of the rule of APC, the Nigerians have felt better? These people now that are ganging up to wrestle power from Tinubu or from the south, are they doing it in the interest of Nigeria? Do they know the backlash that it will, if you cut short the tenure of a southerner by a single term, and the northerners think that they will come back? It is not going to happen. Thank God that the people you know, that Nigerians listen to, like the characters of Shehu Sani, have started speaking out and opening the eyes of Nigerians, as even the Northerners, to it. You were here when Obi was going around drilling borehole, but the Northerners have held power for God knows how long. Are their people better for it? They only go to their people and give them monies and make their agricultural sector viable when they want to come to power. But immediately they ascend, they forget their people. This is what we are seeing. So if the Southern, if the North respects the marriage of Nigeria, that the North should take their turn and the South should take their turn, they should allow the politics to be within the South. If a Southerner is able to wrestle power from Bola Tinubu, good and fine. If they are pulling their strengths in order to support another Southerner to wrestle power from Tinubu, it's a welcome development. But if they are doing it for the power to shift back to the North, I think they want to set the Nigerian state on edge. And no segment of the country will be better for it, because what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. So they should tarry a while and also allow the policies of a southern president in the person of Bola Tinubu to see the light of the day. Let us know where he's heading to. Let us know the in-route that he's about to make. Look at what Obi said, that about Nigeria has lost about 95 trillion in 5 years. That 5 years is inclusive of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Look at the whooping sum, because you can see the indices on ground. That is why we asked the River State governor, who said that the IGR of River State has improved. Show us the indices that caused the improvement. We have not seen. We are not doubting it, but the indices are not there. So Obi saying that 95 trillion has been lost in Nigeria. You can see the indices. One of my friends called me that a particular drug he purchases at 2005 is now at 30,000 because the company has packed up from Nigeria. You see, the Obi gave the indices of the companies, multinationals that have packed up from Nigeria. And these were multinational companies that were paying revenue and royalty to the Nigerian state. And if they are not there, and you calculate it cumulatively for the past 5 years, you could see that it's not far from the truth. These are they playing the opposition that are, holding the government accountable? Or they are in this traditional way of Nigerian politicians of preparing for the next election, with animosity, trying to pull the other person down without coming out with their own ideology of what they want to do for the Nigerian state. This is the problem we have been facing in this country, that people will only gang up for their personal use. Okay, Atiku, who was the vice president, who was the chairman of the economy in Nigeria, and some of the Nigerian public property or sectors were sold to him. How are Nigerians benefiting, especially when it comes to the generation of power? If I don't know any other thing that Atiku mingled his hand in, it is in the generation of power. How has he helped Nigeria? Look at a person like Dangote, has helped Nigeria now in trying to bring down the price of diesel. We are waiting for the PMS to get operational, and we know where we are going to buy. And he's also voicing out, is this same cabal that are frustrating their efforts in trying to make the life better for Nigerians. So if they think that Muhammadu Buhari still holds that 12 million votes somewhere, I will tell them that they're coming into the political space of Obi, who is championing the third force, has disrupted their particular plan. Because you see that given the inroad that Obi made when he came in 2023, you could see that it has distorted. Right. We never had a first, second, and third. If not for Obi, you know that if President Bola Tinubu did not win River State, we would have gone for a rerun, which would have been the first in Nigerian history. Who did that? It was the coming in of Obi. It has distorted the political history of Nigeria, where the president would have gone for the presidential election, would have gone for a rerun. And you knew that if it had gone for a rerun, Atiku would have taken the day because of the sentiments of Nigerians. Even this Choma, please allow me to make this final analysis. these people have now understood that from ab initio, which we, the opinion mothers, have known, that Muhammadu Buhari never supported the presidency of Bola Tinubu. He just played to the gallery because they have the people they wanted to position. Remember that it was because of Bola Tinubu that APC could not go on a consensus candidate, because they normally go on consensus, Choma. But because Bola Tinubu said he is here to vie for that seat, that distorted it. So if Bola Tinubu have not known that, look at the people that are against him, he should now try and use the economic advancement to quieten them and to win the Nigerian support going forward.